so cool. Today is a really exciting day. It is the most exciting day in Dory's journey, probably thus far, I would think, because she's finally getting wheels. And not just any wheels, they're like my dream wheels that I've been hunting for like probably the last 6 months. We're driving down from Seattle to Portland now. It's about a 3-hour drive. It was the only place even like remotely close to where we live that we could get these, and I don't want to ship wheels. Anyway, I'm not going to keep you waiting. I'm going to tell you what they are, and then you'll see them in a second. So you got to promise to watch the whole video. We are getting 1552 Tarmacs. I think Tarmacs are like some of the most beautiful wheels ever made, especially for older cars, like 90s, 80s cars. I love the simplicity. I love the straight lines. We'll talk about why we chose them a little bit more when we actually get to them. But these wheels in particular, this exact set, I have been tracking, like I said, for the last 6 months, because they were on one guy's car who lived in Portland. And so I followed that guy, and I was like, hey, I DM'd him. I was like, hey, if you ever sell your wheels, please let me know. He said, cool, super nice guy. Like 5 months go by, and I see him posted on his story a photo of the wheels off of his car, and it says like time for something new. So I DM'd the guy. I'm like, you gotta, can I please buy these? And he was like, dude, I'm so sorry. I looked for your DM for like an hour and I couldn't find it. But he remembered me, which was super cool. And so he said, hey, I sold them to this other guy locally because I just needed to get them off my hands. You should reach out to him. And the guy that he sold them to is a wheel dealer in the Portland area that I already follow and I've already DM'd with. So I was like, cool. I reached out to that guy. I was like, when you sell them, please let me know. I am your buyer. I will buy them from you. Please, God, give me these wheels. And he said, cool, I just put them on my E36, but I'll let you know when I'm done with them. Now, I happen to know this guy buys and sells cars and car parts at a pace I have never seen before. It is remarkable how quickly he moves with car stuff. So I turn on all of his post notifications, all of his like story notifications, everything you could possibly do to like catch these wheels before they sell to someone else. And sure enough, 4 days later, it took him 4 days, and he posted them for sale on his story. I DM'd him. I was like, I literally said, me. We struck a deal. I sent him some money, so they're all paid for. But anyway, that's the story to these wheels. I am so excited. It's been a long time coming, and it's kind of the final piece of the puzzle for Dory. We got a few more hours to drive, but for you, it'll go by like that. Oh, and last thing, obviously we're not in Dory. The wheels will not fit in Dory. Oh, almost just hit that car. My bad. I'm too excited. So Dory is back at home. We're in Buttons, the RAV4. Here, can you pan around a little bit? This is Buttons, by the way. Wonderful car. Anyway, we'll see you soon. We got him. Here's a big reveal. You ready? Look at these. They're so cool. They do have some little cosmetic issues we'll talk about in a second, but I don't really care. All right, real quick before I go, I gotta show you this facility because it's bananas. Okay, so this is like kind of, I don't really know how to like where to start here. First off, beautiful Miata. This is like maybe the cleanest Miata I've ever seen in my entire life. Right-hand drive Miata. Not to mention the NSXR, literally just chilling up here. There's all of these awesome Mazda Speed seats. Every single sick wheel you could possibly imagine is just chilling in here. Look, we got some Rays, we got some, what are those, Regameisters? There's a third Miata back there, an S13, an S13 hatch, every S13 quarter panel you could ever want. This is just crazy. I mean, this is such a cool business. He like imports wheels. It sounds really awesome. Look at that. We even have some Style 32s. These are the cool ones though. These are the 17s, it looks like. So if you're interested in checking out more wheels from Brandon, his Instagram is @503wheels. Check him out. A lot of great deals. Hey, we made it back to Seattle. It's been like 16 hours. We got the wheels back, safe and sound, so let's talk about them for a second. And then we'll mount them on Dory. We got all 4 of the... Hey, bird, stop. Shut up. So these are 1552 Tarmacs. They are 17x8 plus 35 all around. They are obviously finished in this rally white color. And these are 5x120, so they're fit for a BMW, and they have the correct center bore of 72.56. If everything goes according to plan, these should bolt right up. Now these did come in 17x9 plus 40, and I considered running those on the back, but they are exceptionally hard to find. Also, it would require a lot of fender rolling in the back, which I don't really want to do. I like a more kind of tucked in look. And even the 17x8s are, as you can see, really difficult to get a hold of. People tend to hold on to these wheels once they get them, as I intend to do. And I just think they are such a perfect spoke design for kind of the straight lines of an E36. I think concave can look cool on an E36, especially like Apex Arc8s and kind of more subtle concave wheels. But having a completely flat face, I just think it's awesome. Let's talk about the tires for just 1 second. These are 225/45 R17s all around. There is, as you can see, like zero stretch. It's basically the correct tire size for this wheel. Some people run 215/40s, but that's just too small of a tire for me. And also, if you can see, a little bit of tire pokes out, which I love. So hopefully I don't curb these. Watch, I probably just jinxed it. Anyway, I just kind of love the meatiness of the tire on a wheel like this. I think it looks awesome. Now, as you can see, these two tires are in great shape. These two tires have seen better days. They have some pretty intense camber wear, as you can see. I normally would not run these, and I actually have some fresher tires back home that'll get mounted on them. But I just want to get these on, see what they look like, and then I'll go to a tire shop and get the tires swapped out. Because honestly, this doesn't look too safe. Also, my last point on these is going to be about weight. They are going to be a little bit heavier than the 15-inch wheels that are on there right now, but those 15s weigh like 16 pounds or something. They're crazy light, so there's not, you know, it's difficult to get a wheel super light for a good price. And these, I believe, are about a pound less from the equivalent 17x8.5 M3 wheels. So as long as this package is lighter than what came on M3s from the factory, I'm good. Also, you know this, Dory's not a track car. She's not gonna be a track car. Anyway, doesn't really matter. Let's get Dory up on jack stands and we'll throw the wheels on and hope they fit. These things. I love the way it fits back here. Hopefully it doesn't, it's probably gonna rub. All right, there it is, the big reveal. At first, I wasn't sure if I would like the white, but when we tie it in with the V-braces that we made, mwah, I just love it so much. I want to talk fitment, just in case you were looking at some 17x8 wheels for your car, or you're wondering how wheels will fit on your E36. So, despite what I thought, this required literally zero fender rolling. And I mentioned this a little bit earlier, but that's a tight fit. But lo and behold, it has not rubbed yet. And I've gone over some pretty hefty bumps, if I'm being honest. I'm not used to driving this car carefully. But anyway, this is the stock unmodified fitment. In the back, it does work. In the front, it's actually kind of a similar story, but with the coilovers that I'm running, which are SoloWorks S1 coilovers, which by the way, are fantastic coilovers for the price. However, because the shock body on these coilovers is kind of long, you will, unfortunately, encounter some rubbing issues with 17x8 plus 35 wheels. So what I had to do is run a 10mm spacer on here. You can kind of see it in there. But with that 10mm spacer in there, I was absolutely sure, again, that I was gonna rub. Turns out, somehow, no rubbing. It's kind of remarkable. Like, I don't really know what's going on, but you can see it's pretty close here. There's less than a finger width right there. I'm not gonna ask too many questions. It's working, I guess. So, in case you're wondering, 17x8 plus 35 wheels, which are relatively common specs and offset to find in 5x120 wheels, they're gonna look approximately like this. And if you run a 10mm spacer in the front, it's gonna look like this. Sorry about all this wind noise. You know what? I'm hopping in Dory. Much better. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm super excited to finally have wheels on Dory. We've done everything else on the car that I wanted to, and these wheels are like the icing on the cake. We've waited so long. Here we are. I almost can't believe it. Now, don't be fooled. This is not the end of modifications for Dory. Far from it. There's a lot of cool stuff coming. I would say this maybe concludes V1 of Dory, but fret not. V2 is starting now, I guess. Lots of cool stuff coming up. The show season is coming up. The meet season is coming up. There's gonna be a lot of cruises, a lot of cool car stuff coming up. And Dory is now at this place where I just am enjoying driving her so much. She looks awesome. Finally, the top works. So I hope you enjoy the videos with the top down. We've had a big influx of new subscribers recently. So if you're one of those, thank you so much. If you're not one of those, don't worry about it. No pressure, no need to subscribe. I get it. Anyway, that's it for today's video. If you like the video, make sure to like the video. If you really like the video, make sure to subscribe. I make a new video every single week. Thank you so much for spending your time watching this video, and I will see you next time. Peace.